What's up, guys? It is Luke Beller, and today we have a little bit more news regarding injuries. So there have been 3 players who have been designated to return from the IR. So I'm going to break that down in today's video. If you guys are new here, I put up Packers news, analysis, all that kind of stuff pretty much every single day. So if you guys want to see that kind of stuff, make sure you subscribe. And if you enjoy the video, make sure you like it down below as well. So for these 3 players who have been designated to return from the IR, the Packers have basically 21 days from the time that they designated them to return to decide if they will put them onto the active roster or not, or send them back to the IR. And with the Super Bowl being within like the next 2 to 3 weeks, I'm guessing, they'll have to sort of decide before that time, obviously, whether they want to allow them to play in the game on Sunday, or if we end up winning, if they want them to play in the Super Bowl. Who knows what's going to happen with these 3 guys. But the first player is linebacker James Burgess. He was signed with the Packers off the practice squad, the Falcons practice squad, back in, I think it was like October. And then he only played in 4 games before going to the IR on November 25th. And he was a guy who only was able to, or who only played in special teams. He played in 51 special team snaps in the 4 games that he was in. So who knows if the Packers will want to bring him back onto the roster for special teams or not. He is a linebacker, so he could provide some depth at the linebacker position. And last year when he was on the Jets, he actually led them in tackles, even though the first 7 games he was on their practice squad. So who knows, maybe he could provide some needed depth for this Packers linebacker position. So then we have 2 cornerbacks who are going to be designated to return off of the IR. First off, we have cornerback Cavian Into. He broke his foot before the season started during training camp. He was actually on the 53-man roster throughout, I'm pretty sure near the end of August. But unfortunately, he broke his foot, was put on the IR, but now it seems that he's pretty much healthy. All 3 of these guys actually practiced on Wednesday. The question is, will the Packers decide to actually bring any of these guys up to the active roster? Then the third guy we have is cornerback Perry Nickerson, and he only played in 2 snaps his entire season in Week 6, where he hurt his hamstring. Pretty unlucky to think that he only played in 2 snaps and ended up injuring his hamstring, so he was placed on the IR, and he is also going to be designated to return. So the question is, are the Packers going to end up bringing these guys to the active roster? Because obviously if they do that, they'll probably have to make some other moves to potentially move someone off of the active roster. And so who knows what's going to happen with these 3 guys, and maybe we'll see, in the next, coming days or coming weeks. And I think one guy lots of people have been wondering about is Tyler Irvin. He was placed on the IR in early December with a foot injury, and he is still on the IR. Matt LaFleur said yesterday that he is still day-to-day, and he's not really ready to return from the IR. So unfortunate to see him still dealing with that foot injury. So that's all the injury news I wanted to break down in today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you like it down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one.